This is an anatomy of a newscast. Behind the scenes at News 11, a nightly newscast for January 18th, 1991.
Now,
okay. Roman up 2 and a 2 shot next. There's a storm. There's a 12 deal. That tape goes full sound at 09.
Yeah. News 11 dealer.
Is how the and she's going to read it, and then we're going to put it on the, we're going to put a story around it and put pictures around the poem as she reads it, and they're going to, they're going to put on there.
It's 7 a.m., and the newsroom is already hopping. America is at war. There's confusion over what the network might do.
So we'll have a 9:05 and a 10:25. But after that, okay.
Ideas to bring the war home fill every conversation.
Did you see the photog being interviewed last night?
News 11 is a 24-hour-a-day operation. Producer Michelle Veek keeps an eye on the overnight developments so that she can produce the area's #1 morning newscast.
and now,
News 11
News
today
11
at
today.
6:30.
Live from Green Bay, Appleton, the Lake Shore, and throughout the Fox Valley, with Terry Barr and Jack Jones.
Her counterparts in the morning are anchors Jack Jones and Terry Barr. For them, the day has just begun. Now that their jobs of anchoring the morning are over, it's time to concentrate on the next set of newscasts at 5 and 6 p.m. Jack has a story idea and is busy working on it.
Well, we've got hair. I mean, that's our business.
Terry will also have a story today, but first she must produce and anchor one of the 5-minute mini newscasts in the Today Show.
Stand by, studio. Out on 2 on Terry.
Director Greg Binns will call the shots from the control room, with engineer and longtime TV veteran Jerry Drake running the audio board.
Of interest to pass along this morning. The murder trial of an Oshkosh man is apparently over. 32-year-old Mark Price was convicted early today.
The action is already hot in the newsroom, and it won't change. Already, assignment editor and assistant news director Randy Luby is plotting the strategy and course for the day's coverage.
11 calling. Is there a special emergency government meeting today? At 1 o'clock, we had heard something about that.
The newswire machines are running a constant stream of information. The producers are getting their creative motors running. And even this early, the tension is thick, as a deadline, still more than 9 hours away, starts to make its presence known. Stay with us as we study this exercise in teamwork, and how the heart and soul and muscles of Wisconsin's hardest-working news team pull together the seemingly impossible task of creating an intricately designed newscast. This is an anatomy of a newscast.
Broadcast diet of caffeine and cholesterol.
You did do that price correction, didn't you?
Outstanding.
Behind every newscast are a group of people who could be called a brain trust. And while the title may be arguable, the concept is not. A newscast requires a huge amount of input. The more the better. This group must try to figure out what will satisfy the curiosity of that day's news consumer. The group at News 11 is led by news director Mike Gady, a 14-year broadcast news veteran. Along with directing the staff, teaching, and cheerleading, Mike also serves as a liaison between the other station departments who help put News 11 on the air. Also part of the News 11 Brain Trust team is Randy Luby from the assignment desk, Julie Beeler, the executive producer and producer of the 5 p.m. newscast, Other key members of the team are 6 o'clock producer Mike Desatel and the other newscast producers. They begin the process at 8:30 sharp every morning with an editorial meeting, an overall look at the day.
A lady from Appleton who wrote a poem about her son who was over there and what it was like when he was back here, and sent it to him. And Jack and Tim are going to go there and do a story on the, probably just have her read the poem, and we're going to cover it up with the pictures that she has, and also, you know, shoot some other pictures of their own and use some file pictures. So, all right, the cheese lip. This is a about shipping cheese to servicemen overseas, and they're going to be stopping by the Hall of Fame. Stopping by the Hall of Fame at 10 o'clock. We'll see what that amounts to. Waters Meet Hero. That's the jet fighter pilot who is from Waters Meet, Michigan, who is being mentioned as the first pilot to shoot down an Iraqi plane in combat. So we're going to talk to his dad and talk to different people in the town about it. And war anxiety. We can probably have Vigeland do something on that. Are people just getting worn out and anxious? And
I know we've done a recruiting story, but now that the bombs are dropping, maybe that's one we ought to really look at hard. Maybe Marty could do it after she does Weber or something.
Now, stage 1 of the process is complete. The producers will take the story ideas and create a total show concept. Assignment editor Luby will brief the reporters and photographers on what is needed for the day and open a discussion for ideas on how best to cover the story.
And then there's another thing. After that, we're going to, Mike suggested we do something to see if there was any kind of a surge in patriotism by more kids going to the recruiters and signing up and doing things like that.
Stop by the Army Reserve Center?
Yeah, he wants a package on that. Yeah, you're going to have to take the live truck. There you go. Over to the, there's the Fly Me Flag Company on Ashland Street. It's right by the Idletown restaurant. You know where that is? Okay, there's a guy there. He said more and more people are buying flags now because of the Gulf situation. Voice over bite, yeah. There's all this, you know, the war being brought home to your living room, you know, 24 hours a day, pounded at you constantly, you know. I mean, it's like you're sitting in the Pentagon briefing room. You're hearing everything as it's happening, and it's starting to wear on people. That's an assumption, but I think it probably is. It's wearing
to a radio talk show this morning.
Yeah, it's wearing. You know, it's wearing on. I'm sure it's wearing on me, you, and everybody else. I mean, it's just like constant.
Yeah.
So I think what we can do is talk with people, and also talk to. Might even want to talk to a psychiatrist. You know, about the effects it's having on people. But I think that. Just talking to anybody out there, they're gonna say that pretty much the same thing. You know, find out how they're feeling, how they're reacting to it.
Okay. I think there's some veterans again that are there? I'll get on that right away.
Now, the reporters, armed with an idea, set out to find the best way to do the story, seeking out those who will help tell the story, and working the phones, while the producers begin juggling and organizing the flow of news.
Do me a favor, call engineers, tell them to switch the satellite from CNN to NBC because at 9:30 they're going to have a special overnight highlights feed. Find out what router so we can report on that. This is what I want.
This is Don's. Yeah, can you switch over from CNN to NBC on the satellite?
When this anatomy of a newscast continues, we'll follow a news team into the field, look at some of the equipment needed to put a newscast on the air, how the producers handle the details of a 30-minute newscast, or as they see it, 1,800 seconds. The clock is ticking, the deadline looms, and it's only noon.